the 11th president.
Hello, I'm Mr. Rigler and I teach at Henrico High School. I teach World History 2 and IB Government. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 11th President of the United States, James K. Polk. Polk served from March 4th, 1845 to March 4th, 1849. That's before we changed the date of the inaugurations to January. But he was born in North Carolina and moved to Tennessee when he was about 8 or 9 years old. He eventually attended the University of North Carolina, where he was about one of 80 students there, roughly. And upon graduation, he opened up a law office in Tennessee. During that time, he met his wife, Sarah Childress. They were married January 1st, 1824. She was from a well-to-do family and had received an education that was much greater than the typical woman of the time, especially in Tennessee. She helped him with his campaign when he was running for president and helped him climb the political ladder. During his presidential campaign, Polk promised several things. One of them was that he would be a one-term president, which is unusual, and he focused on 4 major points. One was the reestablishment of an independent treasury system, reducing tariffs. He wanted to settle the Oregon boundary dispute, which would bring much more land into the country, and he wanted to acquire territory from Mexico that would allow the country to fulfill its manifest destiny concept. When he was elected, he was the youngest president at the time. He was 49 years old. I think he's one of the greatest one-term presidents that we've had because he's one of the few that actually fulfilled the promises that he set out. He negotiated with Great Britain for the Oregon Territory, establishing a boundary between the United States and Mexico at the 49th parallel, which brings in quite a bit of territory for the United States. Brought in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, parts of Wyoming, and Montana. Also during his presidency, the Treasury was reinstated as an independent treasury and tariffs were reduced. Also, he helped guide our country through the Mexican-American War, which some say he started the Mexican-American War, but that's up to debate. Mexico loses and gives the United States the territory of California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, portions of Colorado, and Wyoming. And this truly fulfills the manifest destiny from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Polk leaves office. He and Sarah return back to Tennessee. Unfortunately, he dies of cholera about 3 months later at the age of 53. But his accomplishments were much larger than people give him credit for. He was a hard-working president. He spent more than 12 hours at his desk each day, rarely left the White House, spent very little time for himself. He said that no president who performs his duty faithfully can have any leisure, was his opinion. So hopefully you've learned something and you've enjoyed my discussion. Thank you.